Oh, so I am just finishing up my second cup of coffee. I hope the lighting's okay. I've been struggling with that a little bit. It's just been so dark and gloomy outside. I oftentimes, if I can, I try to avoid turning on the house lights because it gives it a bit of a tint. So sorry about that if it's not if it's not up to par today as far as the lighting goes, but hopefully we'll get some sunshine back here in the state of Michigan, and that will help improve the quality of these videos for sure. So all right. Oh my gosh. So my core is really sore, along with a few other body parts from doing the cross training the other day. So it's a couple days ago, and yesterday I didn't feel too bad, but it takes a couple of days for DOMS to rear its ugly head, and it sure has with me today. I had a kind of a tough time just getting up out of bed because my abs and so on are pretty sore. Are pretty sore today. So, but a really fun workout to do. I enjoyed it, and it is definitely something I'm going to incorporate more into my regular training regiments as I go forward. I'm not sure exactly how many times I want to try to do that each week. I'm going to let a little bit of this soreness go down, so it won't be today. But maybe tomorrow. Maybe every third or fourth day or something like that. I'll try to work that into the schedule. Okay, so enough about that. So today I've got some intervals to run. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of speed work. I've got it called up on my phone. Here we go, somewhere. Here it is. So intervals today. So I'm going to warm up for 10 minutes. And of course, I'm going to be doing this on my stationary bike. And I'm going to go at a threshold pace for 5 minutes with 1 minute to recover. And then I'll repeat that 6 times. And then 10 minutes to cool down. So all in all, it'll be basically 30 minutes at threshold. The total workout should be somewhere around 55 minutes, 55-ish, something like that, if I did the math correctly in my head, just quickly. So I'm looking forward to it. I always look forward to doing the speed work. I just wish that I was outside doing it rather than being indoors. But like I've said before, many times before, probably far too often, we make do with what we have. And what I have available to me right now is the ability to get on my stationary bike. I did do some walking yesterday, and I did some a couple days before that. So I'll try to incorporate a little bit more walking as well. It really kind of shines a light on some of the areas I still need to work on when I'm out there, just walking. Because I did, so when I was walking after I got it, I don't know, about 2-3 miles in, something like that. I think altogether I walked right around 5 miles yesterday. I tried to just jog for a couple of steps, just a couple steps. And my left leg was pretty sore. I mean, it hurt. So I stopped. I didn't try to push it. And I wasn't dressed for running at all. I was dressed for walking. But it just kind of told me that, I'm not quite ready yet. What I don't know is how much of that pain was from, DOMS, from doing that core, body weight, and leg workout that I had done, the day before, and how much of it is related to the hip injury that I suffered, early on. So, time will tell whether which is which. So, I'm hoping that, I'll be able to start running here relatively soon. I'm just excited. I'm just anxious to get back in my running shoes, even if it's just for a few minutes. That would be great. That'd be a big mental boost if I could just get 10 or 15 minutes in pain-free in my running shoes. So that would go a long ways for sure. All right, I'm going to get into my workout. Some of you have asked about our cats. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And you made comments. So Bella, you guys know, Bella is actually, she's almost always next to me. She doesn't always appear in the videos, but this is Bella. She's the one that loves to be outside. She's fine with wearing her vest, and sometimes she'll go to the door, much like a dog might do, and she'll basically be waiting for you to put her vest on to take her outside for a walk. And she prefers to have that vest on. I think it gives her a bit of comfort and security, feeling security when we're outside walking around. And then Tori Jane. So this is Bella Brown and Tori Jane. And Tori is snuggled up in my Michigan State blanket right now as a Spartan. She's the one that's been struggling a little bit with her eating, and she's been spending a lot of time next to me. I think probably because she hasn't felt her best, but she's appeared a lot in recent videos, and she's doing a smidge better, but it's, it's very concerning. You guys, if you have pets, you know that how much of a part of your family they become, and when they're hurting, you're hurting too. So definitely keeping an eye on her, and we're just gonna monitor her progress and keep getting her the care that we can, and do what we can. Her blood work all turned out good. The only thing really left on the things that we can do at this point would be to get an ultrasound, see if there's anything going on that way. But other than that, we're just going to keep moving forward. All right, I'm going to get into this workout because I got lots to do today. I'm going to jump on my stationary mic and get this one done. All right, we'll talk more during the workout. So I'm in that 10-minute warm-up phase, and I think my chest strap, I don't know, it's been giving me fits lately. As you guys know, if you've seen some of the recent videos, it hasn't, sometimes it's just cut out altogether. And today, of course, I have it on, and it says that my heart rate is 134 beats per minute. And I just started. My guess it's closer to about 109. So I might take it off for today and see what it does. See if I can get a better reading off my wrist strap. But so anyway, I got 10 minutes to warm up, and then I'll get into the intervals, and I'll touch base with you. Probably, let's see, I have several to do, so maybe every other one or so, or first one in the middle, one at the end, something like that. So I won't be checking back after each one, because they're 5-minute intervals. Got to do them 6 times, so probably 1, 3, and 6. All right, we'll leave it at that. I'll see you back here in a few. Yeah, so I ended up going into my watch under sensors and checking, and it was connected. This is the Pro, but it's just not working properly. So I don't know. Maybe, I doubt it's the battery, because it seems to be, connected okay. So it seems to have power. It's just not working properly. As I was looking down there, it said my heart rate was like 175 beats a minute, doing what I'm doing now. So that's ridiculous. So I ended up going into my watch settings and just disconnecting this. And I won't be using that until I get it figured out. I may be in the market to buy a new one if that one's just broke, not working. I'll see what I can find on YouTube University. Maybe there's a way to reset it, recalibrate it. I don't know. If you guys know, we could talk about that in the comment section below. All right, so my wrist monitor has me at about 116 beats per minute. That's way closer to what it should be. Definitely not 175. Oh my gosh. So I got all that done in a 10-minute warm-up. I'm still at, I don't know, almost 7 minutes into the warm-up. So 3 minutes to go. And then we'll get started with the first 5-minute interval. All right. We'll check back after I've completed that one. Okay, first 5 minutes is done. Even without my heart rate monitor, I kind of know about where I need to be at threshold, just kind of going by feel. And for me, that's when I bump it up from resistance level 5 to 8 and keeping my RPMs in the low 80s. So, 81 to maybe 85 RPMs will get my heart rate up there. Took a little longer this time for it to get up to, 140, 145 to 150. But I did eventually get there, and it'll be going up quicker and quicker as I progress through the workout. At least that's been my experience. All right, 1 minute is about up. Time to do that one all over again. All right, got it up to resistance level 8. Let's go, 5 minutes. Oh, 5 down. Just 1 more to go. Oh. Feels like it's going to be a tough last 5 minutes, but it's all part of, the road to Boston. This is the time when I truly think about being at the race, and everything I do today is going to be reflected on my performance on race day. So it's important I put forth, hard effort as we go through. All right, that's enough for now. I'll talk to you when it's over. Because I only got a few seconds left in my 1 minute recovery. I still need to get a drink. So I just finished number 6. Oh, my legs were burning. Boy, they got tired toward the end, but I kept pushing hard, especially the last 2 minutes, because I was thinking to myself, I can push hard for 2, right? I can push hard for 2 minutes. Pretty much do anything for 2 minutes, endure it. So I just kept pushing and pushing, and so I felt like I finished pretty strong. The 1 minute recovery after that is over. I'm now into that 10-minute cool down phase. Boy, a solid workout today. I am sweaty. My back is drenched. Being in this position, my chest, this shirt doesn't cling to it, but it does my back. And it is dripping with sweat. A sign of a good workout. All right, we'll talk more here in a minute. All right, that set of intervals is done. As I mentioned earlier, I am drenched, so that's okay. That's what it's all about. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers real quick. So the total workout, if you were to follow it as prescribed or described, it would have been 56 minutes, but I got to that 56-minute mark and I thought, I just have 4 minutes to go to round it off to an hour. So that's what I did. I just extended my cool down phase by a few minutes. So the total workout was 56 minutes. I went an hour, as I said. The total distance was 33.72 kilometers. The average power was 266, and my average resistance was 7. And that's because I bounced, as I mentioned many times before, between 5 and 8. And I'm really glad that I paid attention to that because my heart rate monitor quit working. Well, it quit working properly anyway, because at one point it had my heart rate up near almost 180 beats per minute, and I was still in the warm-up phase, which, it should have been 110, maybe 115 at that point, and certainly not pushing 180. So I ended up having to take it off. I disconnected it from my Phoenix 6 and just went with the monitor that's in my watch. But either way, even if it hadn't, even if I hadn't been able to rely on my wrist monitor, which I think it did a decent job, I could have gone by feel, as I mentioned earlier, because I really paid attention to where I was in my warm-up phase at resistance 5 and turning my legs over, around that 100 RPMs. So I knew from experience, having done this a few times, that if I cranked the level up to 8 of resistance and kept my RPMs around 80, I would be in that threshold zone for me right now. Now that might change later on down the road as my physical fitness improves, but I was confident in that, and that's what I had followed throughout this workout. So for those 6 different intervals of 5 minutes each, that's where I was, and I think it worked out really well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, when I go back and I look at Garmin to see what the training effect was, it's going to say threshold. Hopefully. that was the goal for today. Anyway, so, all right, you guys, I got to figure out what is going on with this thing, but thanks for making it to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Oh, just got sweat. Oh, it's not a dry spot on my shirt. I should have used my towel. I don't know what I was thinking. And I got to figure out what is going on with this. I hate to have to buy a new one. These things are expensive for what they are. They're definitely expensive. So hopefully I can figure out what is going on with this thing. But even if I get it working somewhat properly, I'm not sure I'm going to trust it. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow.